Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to Airsick Hydra, and today, hopefully, I bring you some good news. I come to you, in fact, as the Games Workshop equivalent of the Ghost of Christmas, What Is Yet to Come. I'm not saying so from a position of celibacy, but from a position of game speculation. Now, you may have seen this chart before. It's been out for some year or so, but I am adamant and I am certain that there is a lack of detailed detective work that has been done. So, let us don our detective hat, and we will get to work in a little bit of snoopery to figure out what is probably coming our way in the near future. To kick things off, we are going to focus in on Protect, Redeem and Purge today, the product coming to us from Saber Interactive, and we in this video are going to be delving into the history of the developers. We are going to also be talking about speculation regarding the actual title, and then, well, having a look at some of their trailers as well, just to eyeball some candy. So, the first thing we need to do is just examine these three words, Protect, Redeem, Purge, and I think we could all perhaps make some speculation regarding, maybe Astra Militarum. Probably not, though. I think many Games Workshop fans would all agree that Protect, Redeem and Purge are best suited to the Astartes. The question is, what will the theme be? What will the chapter be if there is indeed a core chapter? I have a theory in particular. You may agree or you may disagree, but let's take a look. And this brings us very neatly to the Wikipedia page of the Dark Angels. Not only do they have a subdivision known as the Angels of Redemption as one of their chapters, or successor chapters really, we also have a backstory which summarizes and hints towards the word redemption perhaps more than any other chapter. If you have any other theories though, do hit me up down in the comments. Let us highlight a small passage and have a little read. Yet a legend persists that at one point the Dark Angels teetered on the very brink of heresy, and that an act of the most terrible betrayal dishonoured all of the First Legion's feats of valour, leaving an enduring stain upon its successor chapter's honour. Such is their shame that from this time onwards the Dark Angels and their unforgiven successors, of which there are more than 17 currently within Imperial service, strive for absolution from their sins of millennia past. Does this look like it could fit the bill? I think it could. The Dark Angels' terrible secret is this. During the Horus Heresy, some of their brethren were turned to the side of chaos. The renegades were defeated in a battle that destroyed the Dark Angels' legion's homeworld, Caliban. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. But many of the traitor Dark Angels survived to be cast through space and time by direct intervention of the Chaos Gods. These survivors are known by those few Dark Angels granted knowledge of their existence as the Fallen Angels, or just the Fallen. In the eyes of the chapter's leaders, there is only one way that the chapter can ever atone for its shame, restoring its honour and trust in the eyes of the Emperor. All of the fallen must be found, and either made to repent for their ancient sins or slain. And I think we would all prefer the latter rather than the former, just to be on the safe side. Now, you may disagree with me, you may have your other ideas, but for me, I think this is a probability in terms of what we'll be seeing. Dark Angels against the cultists. Now, why do I think cultists rather than just traitor Legion Marines? Well, this is because whenever you look at a game that has been made by a developer, I think you can always see echoes of their previous products within it. And let's go through now a trailer of World War Z, which is one of their previous products and most recent games. Now, if you're not familiar with the studio, Saber Interactive actually have some 600 staff, a pretty large studio, and I believe they were bought last year for about 250 million squid, which is a lot of money. And it's a sizable studio. I forget the number exactly of creative ensemble, but I think it is pretty damn close. Now, if you've not played World War Z, it largely went under the radar because it was released on the dreaded word, the Epic Store. I actually got the game for free, #selloutlife, but I really enjoyed it for a while. Bitterly all of about 1 or 2 days until I'd sort of moved on to the next piece of candy. But in terms of graphical finesse, textures, animations, really quite enjoyable for a short stint of time. There are a few different game modes, from Horde Survival, where you can upgrade your troops, not your troops, you can upgrade your equipment, get new equipment in the world, you can get items that go throughout the map and basically assist you in purging the hordes of enemies. And I think it's more than probable that, given the amount of effort that's gone into this engine, that we'll be seeing some of this within the forthcoming product. And this is why I think cultists are perhaps a little bit more likely. The actual models that they typically use, and the third person shooting perspective, is perhaps a little light when compared to something like Space Marine, so I'd be very curious to see if they can transition this into you being an Astartes shooting over the shoulder. However, I think it's probably doable for them because they seem like a very competent studio. Now, is the game going to be like this? Maybe not at all. Maybe it won't be legions of the damned that are trying to come after you. Maybe it will be more of a slow-paced tactical game. But a lot of the products they've been working on have been horde shooters. They have had a little dabble in supporting of Killing Floor 2, although only supporting, they didn't actually develop it, so keep that in mind. There's a very big difference between graphical finesse between these two products. As well as that, post-release support has actually been very notable, and that's something worth talking about. And this really needs emphasising that we have been in dire need of a game that has decent post-release support, aside from Total War Warhammer, for quite some time now. Seasons, additional content, weapon skins, character skins, additional seasons, providing new enemies and challenges. These are all things that have been done within the recent product of World War Z. Perhaps not to meet the expectations of some. However, I do think it seems like a competent product, albeit one that went somewhat under the radar. Still, I'm optimistic, and in the next few videos we're going to be checking out what other products may be coming our way, as enthusiastic, hopeful, and perhaps sometimes a little bit too hopeful Games Workshop fans. Guys and girls, have yourself a great day. Remember to like and subscribe. Stay safe in these troublesome times. And I look forward to seeing you all down in the comments, and even more in the next video. Take care.